Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today to take a quick look at the Samsung Series 7.
I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the
And we are back with everything ready, as you saw, really easy to assemble. Now, in terms of the TV itself, starting really simple, this is a 50-inch TV with really thin bezels, and don't be mistaken by the low price that it has. At least in my country it has, so in yours should be very similar, because on the overall picture, what I find right over here, and I'll share all my experience with you, is that this TV, for the price, you might look and say, okay, this is too cheap, I want something better. You will be mistaken, because the price does not match the level of the quality that Samsung put on this Series 7. In terms of the screen, it has the crystal UHD technology, which gives us really nice colors. As you can see by some images right over there, the contrast is really good, really great image quality. And one thing that I do notice is that when we tune in channels, the problem is not on the TV. The problem is that our channels are still not ready for this kind of quality on a TV, especially when we compare a regular channel with a 4K channel. And that is the kind of channel that this TV was designed to. It looks awesome, great image quality, which we can watch on this kind of 4K channel or any service that the TV has, such as Netflix. But I will share more in detail the services that the TV has and also my experience with it so far. Now, the exact model is Samsung Series 7, model 7005, 50 inches. I will leave a link down below with all the specifications, but really quickly, the main features that we point out is that it's a 4K TV with 2 HDMI outputs, 1 USB input for the antenna, a LAN RG45 Ethernet connection so that we can connect directly to the internet, a optical out, and it also has Bluetooth and also Wi-Fi. Besides that, HDR10 Plus, Dolby Digital Plus, and a lot more features that I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check it out. Now, let's start really simple. TV is meant to synchronize or to tune in channels, and it does a great job. I was not expecting any other type of experience. Really fast, it got the channels from my provider, and it's just great. The only thing that I would like to mention right over here is something that I already mentioned. There are some channels that do not have the quality that this TV was made for, but those that have, then it's great. Even those that are not as good, they look awesome. So if you are looking for something to have that kind of experience, then look no further, because it will give you a few years of content in high quality, while we expect to that kind of content to appear on our TV. But besides that, it has a lot of other features. It has an operating system because it's a smart TV, and it's called Tizen. It's based on Linux, but let's forget about those technical specifications. It just means that it has a lot of apps that we can choose from, and most of them you will be familiar. Let's talk about Spotify, Netflix, Apple TV, Disney Plus, HBO, YouTube, Prime, browse the internet, and so on and so forth. It has a lot of things. We can configure our initial screen so that we are not limited to what comes by default. I can remove, I can add apps, and I can move the place around. So one thing that I would like to mention is not the fastest operating system that I've seen, but it's not the slowest either. It's very friendly and very easy to use, and it will replace that kind of Android TV box that we usually have to make a smart TV smart. This one in particular case, if you use this kind of apps, you will not feel the need to have any other box. You can, and it will behave great. An NVIDIA Shield, for example, or a Mi Box or something like that. But there are a lot of services that will tell you, hey, do not get an Android TV box because it's not worth it. Let's talk about Netflix, for example. You will be able to watch it at 4K HDR with 5.1, and it's just an awesome experience. So Netflix is one of those services that most of us use, and it's embedded here on the TV, so we don't need anything else. Also, the Apple TV service, I could play on the maximum resolution, which is 4K at HDR with a great image quality, and this will be almost a repetition for all the applications because the experience was flawless. By the way, I was testing everything over Wi-Fi, although we can use a Ethernet cable. I was testing everything on Wi-Fi to see if the TV was able to, and here the only limitation might be your own Wi-Fi signal, but if it's okay, then you will be able to run everything. Now, besides trying those services, I also tried Disney Plus 4K HDR 10-bit with 5.1, was just a great experience. YouTube also 4K with a awesome playback. I also did use the stats for nerds to see if there was any kind of dropped frames, and as you can see by the images, hopefully you can, there was no dropped frames at all, with a very smooth playback with great image quality, and the HDR of this TV is just awesome. Really nice eye dynamic range right over here. Now, besides all these TV targeted apps, you can also do something like browse the internet, and I would say probably it's not the best experience possible browsing the internet on a TV, but if you want to search something really quickly and you don't want to grab anything else, then you have that option on the TV right over there. I should say that the remote control, it's a basic remote control that will allow us to do everything on the TV. But if we are talking about browsing the web, then probably we would need something a little bit better. And that took me to a question which was, hey Robert, should I try a Air mouse on this TV? I'm not really sure if it's compatible or not. Let's try it out. And I did plug in one Air mouse to the TV, and guess what? It just works flawless. So if you want to use this TV to browse the internet, the only suggestion that I make is, okay, get a budget wireless remote, as I've got right over here, and we have seen so many here on the channel, and you will be able to enhance a great experience to a better experience, and you can type faster and search the websites for whatever you are looking for. So just awesome. Besides that, there's also a nice bonus which was curious for me to see, which is a section of games. There are a lot of games that probably are not targeted at you, but if you have kids at home of earlier age, then probably they will find them really interesting to play. But that is just a bonus. I believe that it's not the target of the TV. There is one that I'm curious, and I will try it out on another video, which is Steam Link. And we are talking about game streaming, which is something that we take very serious here on the channel. Game streaming games from our computer to any room on our home. And here we just need to install the app. We don't need any other accessory. Well, we need a gamepad, but with Bluetooth that will not be an issue, so stay tuned to that test right over there. Now, I also tested two more things, and it has to do with phones. If you have an iPhone, then what we can do right over here is to use AirPlay. We can share our screen or mirror our screen to show anything that we want to show to some guests that we have in our house, some friends, and we can show it right over there. Now, we can also use the basic usage of Chromecast, which is to open a video on our phone and then just put it on the TV, which is just awesome, and this is great. If we want to play a game on our phone but use the big screen of the TV without any wires, we can also do that. So although it's a completely different operating system, we can use the AirPlay, which is a really nice touch on this TV. Now let's try to use a Samsung phone, and using the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G, we can do a little bit more. Now, besides the basic usage, which is to use it as a Chromecast, for example, I can just put it in and you choose any content and fire it up to the TV, which is great. I can also use what is called Smart View, which is basically a very similar experience to the AirPlay, but on the Android side, and in this particular case with Samsung devices. Flawless experience, I can share the screen, but besides that, we also have something very interesting on the TV and especially on the phone, which is the text technology that basically turns our phone into a full-fledged computer that we can use in this particular case without any wires. So I can connect via wireless, I can connect a keyboard and mouse if I want to, Bluetooth, and have a complete desktop experience right over here on my pocket, which is just awesome right over here. Now this is not only the technology embedded on the TV, but mainly the technology on the Samsung phone. So one talking with the another one will give us just a great and awesome experience right over here. And guys, basically this sums up. My experience so far has been great in terms of build quality, in terms of the frames, almost without any bezels, which is great, and usually we just find that on TVs with higher prices. Now if you talk about price, what I would say is that the table price that we find, at least here in my country, is more than fair, but when we get a discount like I did, then I couldn't find anything similar on the market with the same quality, same image, same kind of features, so reach for that kind of price. Guys, this is it. Hope that the video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.